camera moved a little bit when I hit the record button. So welcome back, it's Amanda, Pixie Dust Mom here. I am taking advantage of the not blinding sunshine and very warm air out here to film outside today. So I'm a little squinty eyed. I probably should have put my sunglasses on, but we'll go with this anyway. So last night I sat down and I went back and looked over all my notes from our last trip and Genie Plus. So my plan for Genie Plus, I had put aside, because okay, background, sorry. We went over spring break, so we got there the day before Easter and stayed through the next Saturday, so Saturday to Saturday. We stayed at Beach Club in a 2-bedroom villa. I am DVC, so it was a DVC stay. So we stayed on points, and we did get to stay in a refurbished room, which was awesome. And I don't know if I've talked about that. I may need to go back and give you kind of a whole rundown on how we snagged that refurbished room. But anyway, I digress. This video itself is talking about Genie Plus and our experience over spring break using Genie Plus. So the week before, I believe, was the first week that it had went over $29 per person per day. So we, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go get my sunglasses. Much better. Okay, I can see now. And I'm not killing myself trying to look at the camera. Alright, so anyway, so yes, we stayed at Beach Club for the whole week. It was me, my mom, my 3 girls who are, well, during the trip was 10, 8, and 2. And then my 24-year-old niece went with us too. So we usually do a girls trip. My husband's not really big on Disney. He's not a theme park person at all. I mean, it's not just Disney, he doesn't do theme parks. So we do a girls trip every year to kind of go down and just have a good time together, and I get to spend time with my mom and my niece, and it's a great trip. So I had budgeted for 4 to 5 days, hoping that, you know, if it was on the $29 end for a piece, that it would, you know, we'd do 4 days. If we got any of the days that was down on the lower $20 end, you know, $23, $24, that we would do 5 days of Genie Plus. And that was the plan. Well, then the price went up, and it was $35 per person per day. So for 5 of us, because Maddie, the 2-year-old, you don't have to have a ticket if they're 2 or under, so therefore she didn't have to have Genie Plus. So for 5 of us at $35 a day with tax, it was $186.40. And while yes, that is a lot of money, one, I had already budgeted so much to use Genie Plus, so I had so much money set aside just for that. And 2, with the 2-year-old, I'm not standing in a bunch of long lines. It's just not worth it. To me, it's worth it to pay the extra money for Genie Plus. Now, however, because the price had went up, you know, I really was stressing over having to pay for 4 or 5 days of Genie Plus. And it all worked out. Being there spring break, you would think, you know, these horrible crowds, things were awful, but the night Easter Sunday, we went to Animal Kingdom that morning, and then we went back to the room, and I went to the grocery store, and, you know, the kids went to the pool, and we had a big time. I really hope it's not gonna rain. I may have to pause this and move inside. So anyway, we went to Hollywood Studios that night, and where it had rained during the evening quite a bit at Hollywood Studios, a lot of people had left, and I'm like, there's a mountain over here behind me, and I'm just watching it to see if that is rain coming down and if I'm gonna have to like move quickly. Sorry, off topic. So anyway, we we went to Hollywood Studios that night, and we walked on to Toy Story Mania, and we walked on to Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway, and not at like closing time, like at 7:30, and the park didn't close till 9. So I mean, it was really weird. Which we had Genie Plus for them, so we really didn't need to walk on to them, but we did. It was okay. So okay, so I'm going to tell you how we did on Genie Plus. We ended up only doing 3 days of Genie Plus, partly due to, you know, the increased cost, but partly due to the fact that we got pretty much most of the stuff we wanted to get done in the 3 days, and I just didn't feel the need to pay for it for another day to just re-ride roads we had already ridden. So it worked out very nicely that we didn't have to have it the other days. We did go to the park all 6 days, but we only had Genie Plus for 3 of them. So before it rains, I'm going to run through this list. So on Sunday, we got Genie Plus. We did Animal Kingdom in the morning we got there for extra morning hours, which was, I think the park opened at, did it open at 7:30? Or did it open at 7 and we had to be there at 7:30? Anyway, we got there early. We went straight to Everest and did standby because it was a 5-minute wait. My niece and my oldest are the only ones that ride Everest, so the rest of us went to search for coffee and a snack. So we did Everest on standby. I had a Genie Plus for Kilimanjaro Safari, and I got a Genie Plus for Navi River Journey. And then we rode Triceratops Spin in standby. It was a 10-minute wait. Because after I got Safari and Navi River, I started stacking Hollywood Studios for the evening because I knew we were going to do Hollywood Studios. So I just started stacking those instead of getting any more at Animal Kingdom. We didn't do any individual lightning lanes on Sunday. We just we did Flight of Passage later in the week. So anyway, so we did 4 rides at Animal Kingdom. We do trails. We took the kids to the Boneyard. We had a dining reservation at Yak and Yeti. So, you know, sit down meals, they take a while. And we left Animal Kingdom at 2 o'clock. So we didn't stay all day. We were there for about 6 hours. But it was a great day. I love Animal Kingdom. It's probably, if you factor out nostalgia for Magic Kingdom being my favorite park, Animal Kingdom is a very, very, very close second. So I could go and just spend days at Animal Kingdom and not go to any other parks. Because I love that park. I love how laid back it is. So, we did 2 Genie Plus at Animal Kingdom, 2 standby. And then when we went to Hollywood Studios that night, I had 4 Genie Pluses ready to go. So again, my niece and my oldest, Peyton, did Tower of Terror. So the rest of us, I didn't get Genie Plus for us because I knew none of the rest of us would ride it. And we were only at Hollywood Studios from 6:30 to 8:30. So we were only there for 2 hours. So we did Tower of Terror. Then I had Genie Plus for Toy Story Mania. I had Genie Plus for Slinky Dog. So after I had done 2 Genie Pluses at Animal Kingdom, Slinky Dog was still available. Or I got lucky and one popped up. But we did get Slinky Dog, and we also got Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway. So I had those 4 Genie Pluses ready to go when we went in. So we were there for 2 hours. We also went and got like a pretzel and some ice cream while we were there. And I don't think we ate anything else while we were there. Because then I think we went ahead and headed back to Beach Club. And I don't remember. I was trying to think if we took the Skyliner, or I think we took the boat back because the Skyliner line was really bad. But anyway, so ended up with, on Sunday, 6 Genie Plus rides at 2 parks, and then we did 2 standbys. So we did 8 rides altogether on Sunday. And we did 1 table service meal. So Monday, we did not get Genie Plus. We did Ohana for breakfast. We went to Disney Springs, and then we did extended hours at Epcot. I really should have gotten the virtual queue for Guardians, but I didn't because I knew we weren't going to Epcot till later that evening. And with the Ohana and the Disney Springs, I didn't want it to come up while we were not around. I know I could have gotten it later since there was extended hours, but I just didn't. I don't know why, I just didn't. So anyway, we did extended hours. That was not great. I'm gonna do a whole video on extended hours because we did Epcot and Magic Kingdom extended hours. So that will be coming up in another video. On Tuesday, we did get Genie Plus and we got a virtual queue for Tron. Again, my niece and my oldest are the only ones that rode Tron. I think I could have handled it, but I didn't. So we did virtual queue for Tron. We did Lightning Lane, like the individual Lightning Lane for 4 people. So it was just me, my niece, and Peyton and Piper, my 10 and 8-year-old. And it was $12 a piece. And we also got individual Lightning Lanes for Flight of Passage for that evening because we went back to Animal Kingdom Tuesday evening because we wanted to see it in the dark. But of course, timing wise, it really wasn't dark when the park closed. So we did do Flight of Passage for 4 people, and that was my mom because she'd never ridden it. And my niece, it makes me extremely nauseous, so I don't ride Flight of Passage. And my oldest 2, Peyton and Piper, because obviously Maddie's not tall enough to ride, which works out because, you know, somebody was gonna have to sit out with her anyway, or do rider swap, and then you have to wait. But I can't ride it because it's not worth me getting that sick over. I've done it once. It was great, but I had to close my eyes through half of it because I was so sick. Anyway, okay. We got virtual queues for Tron, which Brianna and Peyton rode. We got Genie Plus for Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I have my little notebook here that I wrote everything down on. So it was a 40-minute wait, and so we had Genie Plus for it. We had Genie Plus for Haunted Mansion, and it had a 50-minute wait. We rode the railroad because it was finally open, which was great because we haven't got to ride the railroad in quite a while. We did get Genie Plus for Dumbo. It was a 40-minute wait, and we got Genie Plus for the Mad Tea Party. It was a 30-minute wait. And then we had the individual Lightning Lane for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And I worked it out really well with the Mine Train. We did... No, we didn't have to this time. I was thinking last time what I did, last year, not this year. So this is an idea for you. If you have a little that someone's having to sit out with, because my mom wasn't riding Mine Train, we didn't have to do rider swap. But when you do, last year my mom didn't go and it was just me and my niece and my 3 kids. And so we had to like split up to do Seven Dwarfs. So I booked a Genie Plus and Seven Dwarfs, the individual Lightning Lane, at the same time. So 2 of us did Seven Dwarfs, and because Winnie the Pooh is right across the way, the other 2 with the baby rode Winnie the Pooh, and then we swapped. And so the baby got to ride Winnie the Pooh twice, and then the other 2, and nobody actually had to just sit and wait to go through the ride. You know, everybody was riding something. So that was really good. That's one thing I do like about Genie Plus that we didn't have with Fast Pass. You can overlap them. So you can have them going on at the same time. So it really worked out well that way. Alright, so we had 4 Genie Pluses and 1 Lightning Lane and 1 virtual queue that morning at Magic Kingdom, and we had a breakfast reservation at Crystal Palace, so we had a character meal in amongst all of that. I don't have written down how long we were there, but that was a good portion of the day. And then we always would go back to the room and go to the pool in between because the girls needed some, you know, some time to get some of their energy out. So then that evening we went to Animal Kingdom. We did the Flight of Passage Lightning Lane. I got a Genie Plus for Safari, Navi River Journey again, and the Lion King show. So we had 3 Genie Pluses and another Lightning Lane at that one. And I want to say the Flight of Passage, I didn't write down how much it was. I want to say it was $14 or $15. Because I'm pretty sure Guardians was $17, and I don't think Flight of Passage was as much. But anyway, so we ended up with 7 Genie Pluses on Tuesday, with 1 virtual plus, 1 virtual queue, 2 individual lightning lanes that we paid for, and the only thing we rode standby was the railroad. So so that was a fun day. We stayed busy, and then we ate at Flame Tree Barbecue that night. All right, so Wednesday, so we did Genie Plus on Sunday, skip Monday. We did Genie Plus on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we didn't do it Thursday or Friday. And I'll tell you a little bit about those in a minute. So Wednesday we did Epcot in the morning. I got Genie Plus for Remy, Soarin', and Frozen. So we did those 3, and then we rode standby on Figment. And then of course the baby couldn't ride Soarin' because she's not tall enough. So while we were doing Soarin', we went to Sunshine Seasons before our Soarin' Fast Pass, and because it's down there in that lower part where Soarin' is, and everybody got like a little something to eat, and so whoever was staying out with the baby sat there and ate, and the others went on Soarin', and then we flip-flopped. So it worked out rather well that way. So anyway, so there's an idea, because I've sit over there in that waiting area with a baby. It is not fun, because they want to run around and be crazy, and I don't enjoy that at all. So getting over there and giving them a snack and just finding somewhere to eat. There's plenty of seating over there at Sunshine Seasons. So then that evening, the girls had, we were at Epcot a while. We went around the whole showcase. We came back, and the girls had a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique reservation at, I want to say like 5:55. It was like right at 6 o'clock. So of course it was like 7:30 by the time we got out. My mom and my niece and my 2-year-old, because you have to be 3 to do it, stayed in the room at Beach Club, and I just took the 2 older girls, and we went to Magic Kingdom to do their whole get up and everything. And so then afterwards we took pictures and, you know, did all the things. Well, then we went back to the room to get the rest of them to come back, because because my mom wasn't going to come back, I don't think. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why they just didn't meet us there when we were done, but they didn't. So anyway, me and the girls took the bus back to Beach Club, and the girls were tired and they wanted to, you know, play in their outfits and stuff, and so they stayed in the room, and my niece and I actually went back to Magic Kingdom for extended evening hours. Now the park didn't close till 11, and so by the time we got back it was probably close to 8. So I think it was about 8:30 when we left and headed back to Magic Kingdom. And I had Genie Plus for Pirates, Haunted Mansion, and Peter Pan. And we also read The People Mover. So of course, because extended hours, you know, are a lot, there's a lot more to do during extended hours at Magic Kingdom than there is at Epcot. We had a lot more options, but by 11 o'clock, when we had been kind of going all day, we were exhausted. So during extended evening hours, we did do Buzz Lightyear. I think we went somewhere that was open and got like a snack, but we were so tired. Oh my gosh, we were so tired. So I wrote down that we rode Buzz Lightyear, but for the life of me, I can't remember if we rode anything else. I'm sure we rode at least one more, but again, I will talk about extended evening hours in another video. I'll go back and look at my notes because I didn't write everything down on here. So on Wednesday, we ended up with 6 Genie Plus, and we did 2 standbys, because we did Figment and we did The People Mover. So of course neither one of them was more than, you know, 10-15 minutes. So Tuesday was our best day, and which is funny because when I was looking at the crowd calendar on touring plans, Tuesday was supposed to be like the worst day. Like the worst day for crowds for the entire week was supposed to be Tuesday. And so I kind of had it in my head that we would just do 5-day tickets and just, which I have an annual pass, but the rest of them didn't. So I thought, well, we'll just do 5-day tickets and we'll skip Tuesday. And then Tuesday ended up being kind of our most productive day. So Monday we did, or Sunday we had 6 rides. Tuesday we had 7 rides. And then Wednesday we had 6 rides. Now I would say, like, if we were people who like went into the park and stayed in the same park all day long, we probably could have gotten more. But just because we, you know, kind of split our day, we do a morning park, we do some pool time in the afternoon, and then we do an evening park. We, you know, we kind of take it as it comes. Thursday we went to Hollywood Studios that morning because we had done most of the rides we wanted to do. I wanted them to go watch the Frozen show because my middle child, Piper, she and I and Maddie had watched it last year while Brianna and Peyton were doing Rise of the Resistance because Maddie couldn't ride it. So while we were doing Child Swap, we just went in there and watched the Frozen show while they were going through Rise. And so I really wanted them all to watch it. So we went, we had reservations for Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, so we went and did that. We went and watched the Frozen show, and then we headed back to the room and had a pool day. I mean, we were at Beach Club. We kind of needed to use Stormalong Bay, right? So we went back to Beach Club and we had a great time, and it was a great day. We didn't do any other parks that evening. We just chilled. I think we ended up getting Uber Eats for supper and just had it delivered, and it was so nice. Because then Friday we did Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and we stayed till, I think we almost stayed till closing at Epcot that night. And then we had to get up and drive home on Saturday morning. So yeah, it was a busy day. It was a good day. It was a great trip. It was a great trip. We're looking forward to next year. I just have to decide where we're staying. It's going to be interesting. So anyway, I think we're going to do a split stay next year. So you'll have to stay tuned, and I'll start talking about right now, what our plans are for the next year trip. We are excited. I'm just hoping my niece gets to go, because we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. So anyway, if you have any questions about Genie Plus, one thing I do want to make sure, whenever I booked a Genie Plus reservation, when I paid for it, I screenshot everything. Like everything I did, I screenshot it. Because I've seen too many people that say, well, I booked it for this time, but then, you know, the time changed or whatever. If you will screenshot stuff and take it to guest services, they can fix it for you. But if you don't have proof of any sort, then there's not much they can do. But if you say, you know, I booked it for this time, and you have a screenshot of it that has, you know, the time that you booked it and what the time says that you were supposed to be there, then you can take it to them and they'll fix it for you. But you have to have some evidence of what you've done or what you think you've done. Because when you go in there and it says, you know, Peter Pan for $305, by the time you click it, that next screen could have bumped it, because while it was refreshing or moving on to the new screen, somebody else could have grabbed it before you and took that time, and so you're bumped to the next time. So really pay attention to that, because just because that's the first time you see doesn't mean by the time you get to that last screen it's still going to be the same time. So just be aware of that. There's some quirks still. There are, you know, all new stuff where now it's like different amounts by park. So if you're just doing Magic Kingdom for the day, you just pay the price for Magic Kingdom. Whereas we park hop, and so we're going to have to pay the multiple park one, unless we decide to just do one park a day, which, you know, we can do that. It is what it is. I mean, we can go to that park and then go back that evening. I just like the option of going to each park multiple times through the week. And if we're only there, if we have 6 days, you can't go to every park more than one time. you kind of have to pick and choose. So anyway, thanks for watching. Again, if you have questions, anything specific you want me to talk about or share or help with, please leave those in the comments. I'm more than happy to help you. I'm not doing travel planning anymore. I know some of my old videos have like my link to my Facebook page and everything. I'm not doing the travel agent stuff because I went back to teaching and I can't get up in the morning. I don't have the time in the morning to book dining reservations and stuff for clients, so I don't really do that. But if you do need help planning, you're more than willing to, I'm more than happy for you to contact me. I can answer questions for you. If you want something more in depth, then we can talk about that. But thanks for watching. I love y'all, and please do hit the like button to like this video so it starts showing up more, and I'd be happy if you'd subscribe and stick around and see what we have next. So there's lots going on over the next year, and I have lots of news to share with you guys, so I hope you'll come back. I hope you enjoy your time here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!